My fiance had old wedding invites to other guys, and I realized I was her next target. I'm getting married in 2 weeks, and I think my fiance has been setting me up the whole time. Emma and I have been together 8 months, engaged for 3, and last night we were packing her apartment so she can move into my place. She ran out to grab pizza while I finished boxing up her closet. I was pulling clothes off hangers when I bumped a plastic storage bin shoved way in the back. It fell, the lid popped off, and a thick manila folder slid out. I figured it was taxes, so I opened it. Inside were wedding invitations, not ours, about 50 of them, all addressed in Emma's handwriting, but never sent. The bride's name was Emma Richardson, my Emma. The groom's name was Michael Patterson, and the date was September 2022. My stomach dropped right there. I dug through the bin and found 3 more folders just like it. Bradley in 2020, Michael in 2022, David in 2023. Each one had a date, a venue, a guest list, shower invites, and notes about it being canceled 1 or 2 weeks before the wedding. I sat on the closet floor staring at the stack, trying to make it make sense while the closet light buzzed. Then I found the spreadsheets, printed Excel pages listing deposits, registry gifts, and cash gifts from showers. At the bottom were totals like profits. Bradley, $47,000. Michael, $62,000. David, $89,000. In the margins, she'd written stuff like, Bradley's mom too pushy, cut early. Michael's family wealthy, could have gotten more. And David got suspicious, end fast. My hands started shaking. I grabbed her laptop off the desk because I needed to know if this was real. I knew her password because she told me it was her mom's birthday with a couple numbers. I logged in and went to her documents. There was a folder called 2025 Plans. Inside was a file called Jake Strategy. That's me, Jake Morrison. I opened it and my brain went blank. It had my job title, my rough salary, details about my dad's business, and a note about what she guessed my family was worth. Then it had a timeline by week like a recipe. Week 1, lock in venue deposit. Week 4, open joint account for wedding expenses. Week 8, bridal shower, encourage cash gifts. Week 10, start moving expensive items to his place. Week 12, move more boxes to establish residency. Week 13, cancel venue, keep deposit, file change of address. Week 14, disappear. We were on week 13. We had literally started moving her boxes that night. I opened our joint wedding account on my phone. We made it 2 months ago so we could pay for the venue and vendors. She was supposed to add $8,000. The balance was $9,000, but when I checked the history, she'd been pulling money out in $500 and $1,000 chunks for 3 weeks, like she was draining it without setting off alarms. Back on the laptop, I saw another folder named Evidence. I clicked it and felt sick. There were screenshots of old fiancés begging her to talk, saved voicemails, and a scanned police report from Bradley about missing money and items that he later dropped. She kept it all like a trophy case. I was still staring at the screen when I heard her key in the door. I slammed the laptop shut, shoved the folders back into the bin, and tried to look normal, but my heart was going crazy. Emma walked in smiling with pizza boxes like nothing was wrong. Hey babe, she said. I got your favorite. I just stared at her. She set the pizza down and looked at me harder. Jake, what's going on? You look pale. She walked over and touched my arm. Soft voice, worried eyes. Seriously, talk to me. I moved her hand off me and said, the wedding is off. Her face changed so fast it didn't feel real. What? She snapped. Why would you say that? I set the bin on the bed, opened it, and slid the top folder toward her. Pick one, I said. Bradley, Michael, David, or me. She froze, then reached for it like she could grab the truth and hide it again. I stepped in front of her. Don't, I said. I saw the plan. I saw the timeline. I saw the withdrawals. Her eyes darted to my phone. You went through my stuff, she said, like that was the crime. You were going to vanish next week, I said, after you took the deposit and whatever you could carry into my house. She started talking fast, trying to sound hurt, trying to sound confused, but the words didn't match her eyes. So I did the only thing I could do right then. I opened the banking app, froze the joint account, and changed the password in front of her. Then I called the venue on speaker and said, this is Jake Morrison. Do not cancel anything unless you hear my voice, and do not refund anything to anyone else. Emma's mouth opened, then shut. She grabbed her purse, muttered something under her breath, and headed for the door. I stood there and watched her leave, and the second it clicked closed, I finally let my legs shake as I started canceling everything myself. Now her friends are saying I snooped. Was I wrong for looking?